Hey, what is up, everyone? I just wanted to remind you guys that we are doing a giveaway on the channel. Once we hit 100 subscribers, I'm going to be giving away a $100 Amazon gift card. Then the next milestone that we give away prize, 500 subscribers. That'll be a much bigger prize. So let's look out for that and enjoy the video. Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the podcast. We are on episode 12 today. We are going to be looking at something interesting today. Didn't want to give it away yet, but as I always do, let's go into gratitude time. So with that, we're going to get into gratitude time, which is today I am grateful for the ability to have support, to take time and self-care for my body and spirit and mind through my alone time. So with that, I want to give you guys a quote, which is right here to the left of me if you're watching the YouTube video. Sometimes you have to be alone to truly know your worth. It's powerful. To know your worth, you have to be alone and really dive into yourself. And so today's topic, if you haven't guessed it already, is going to be about self-care. Yes, self-care.
What's going on?
What's going on today is we got some definitions for you, like always, through Webster's dictionary. First word today we're going to be talking about is solitude. It's a noun. The state or situation of being alone. Now, the other word, lonely, is a very common one when people think about alone time, is an adjective. Sad, because one has no friends or company. Now, if you notice, both of those definitions are complete opposites. As far as one is just being alone, the other one is sad being alone, because you have no friends or company. The word alone is a noun. Having no one else present. So if you're alone, doesn't mean you're sad, it just means you have no one else present. Loneliness is when you're sad when no one else is present. And self-love is a noun. Regard for one's own well-being and happiness. Now, if you're been following on SoundCloud or YouTube, you notice I've been gone for a couple weeks, and that's because I have taken some time off to take some time for myself, some alone time, some solitude time, away from YouTube, away from certain aspects of my life, to really focus on myself and to really hone in and build myself back up from the inside. It's not because I, fell into depression or anything. It was because I needed to reevaluate some things in my life and work on them. And in the meantime of that, I was also working on this side project that I wanted to do. So it really gave me some time to work on that, to work on myself, and really come back to center, to really approach this project of the podcast and YouTube, to really, really, really put out good material. Because I don't want to put out crap. I want to put out things that you guys are going to enjoy, that you're going to listen to, that you're going to love to just sit there and really think about and put yourself in this kind of mental state of, wow, I didn't think about it that way before, or yes, I agree 100%, or no, I think you're wrong, but this is what I think. And even if you think I'm wrong, at least getting you to mentally challenge yourself to think about a topic, to dive into yourself and look inward and see why you think the way you think, or see the characteristics of yourself and where they come from as far as why you think and believe the way you do, to grow. That is the main message I'm trying to send, is for people to grow. And so taking time for yourself is a good thing. It's a very good thing. It's very healthy. A lot of times we get caught up with helping others or giving all of our energy or time to other things, and we forget to take time for ourselves. That, to me, can happen very, very easily. I know it happens to me a lot. And so on the other end of that, some people don't do self-care because they think it's selfish. I can agree to that to a certain point. If you're now, I wouldn't even say that it's self-care. I think it's more of just, I want to go out and party, F everyone else. I want to have fun, do my own thing. I don't care if it hurts people. That's not self-love. That's being selfish. That's being greedy emotionally and physically to yourself. And it actually causes more harm than good. So that's not even being selfish for self-love. Now, I can understand that if you have a wife or a husband, a spouse or kids, and you devote 90% of your day locked in a room, reading books, exercising, doing all these things that you would normally do to self-care, and you totally shun your family, that's where I would say, okay, now you're getting selfish. But if you're spending an hour to 3 hours a day working on yourself, and then the rest of your day is devoted to your family and work and other things, perfectly acceptable. That is what I'm talking about here. You should take anywhere between an hour to 3 hours a day to give yourself that time of self-love, self-care. Whether it be working out, reading a book, getting into some personal development, growing spiritually, mentally, physically, whatever it may be, you should be doing it. Because if you're not, there are a lot of problems that can arise. Some of those problems that can arise, and they're not necessarily connected, but they can snowball into just all of these things now in your life. It ranges from obesity, depression, lack of focus, fatigue, loss of interest, and stress, or just to name a few. There's so many more other side effects that can happen, but I feel like these are the main points of these bad things that can happen by not doing self-care. But just like there's a flip side to everything in a coin, there are some good side effects to taking time for yourself. Some of these things can increase while taking time for yourself. Empathy, productivity, creativity, and mental strength. Now, some of you can really hone in on the other three and look at empathy and kind of be like, now where you're going, I'm not sure where you're going with that. Well, if you love yourself and you get connected with yourself on an emotional level, you will be empathetic towards others because you will then understand them on that emotional human connection level. Because we are all intertwined through emotions. And that's why we can be sympathetic and empathetic towards each other and understand when somebody is happy, when they are hurt, when they are sad. So that is a good thing, to become more empathetic. You become more human. Also, it can reduce behavioral problems in kids, opportunities to plan your life out better, and to help you know yourself better. Because at the end of the road, when you are laying on your deathbed, it's just going to be you fading out, picture to black. And at the end of that, are you going to sit there and go, I loved myself just like I loved others, and it was great, and I loved it, and I was happy for it? Or are you going to sit there and wish that you could have done so much more for yourself? Because you're not going to be sitting there wondering, oh, I wish I would have, donated more money to these people, or I wish I would have donated more time to helping build houses. No, you're going to think, first of all, about yourself and how much you could have done for yourself, and you're going to think about your family, your spouse, your kids, your other loved ones that you're close with. That's who you're going to think about. And that's where that empathetic level comes in too. So you really, really should at the end really love yourself and be happy with the way your life came out. Because it's you and only you that can make yourself happy. It's you and only you that lives your life. Nobody tells you what to do as far as, I mean, they can tell you, let me rephrase that. They can tell you what to do, but they're not going to do it for you. I can go in the other room and tell my spouse, hey, you need to go exercise more. Or you need to go do this, or whatever. I just picked the exercise one first. It came to mind. The point of the matter is I can go and tell her anything. Now, that's not going to make her do it. She has to do it. Same thing with her. She can come in here and tell me, oh, well, you need to throw out the garbage more. You need to do this more. And it's not going to make me do it. I have to do it. So when it comes to self-love, main word self, that's you, have to do it. So take that time to invest in yourself. One of the things growing up, I'm still growing up, because obviously some people think I have the mentality of a 5-year-old sometimes, which I do. Don't we all? In my early 20s, I was somewhat fit, could eat anything I wanted, perfectly fine, didn't give a shit. As I get older, I'm getting fatter and realizing that my metabolism isn't what it used to be. And I thought when I was younger, hey, why spend money on a gym membership? Why buy weights? Why buy workout stuff? Why do all this stuff? It's a waste of money. It's a waste of time. I don't need this. Well, when you get older, you mature, you look at things differently than you did before. And now I look at it as an investment in myself. It's not a waste of time if I'm investing in myself. If I'm investing the time and the energy and the money to get healthier, that's going to give me more years in my life. Now, obviously, I could work my ass off, lose 60 pounds, walk outside and get hit by a bus. That's your morose, pessimistic side of looking at things. Yes, I get that. Anybody can die at any time. But you can't look at life that way. You have to look at life as if I'm going to die of natural causes. The natural causes are my heart's just going to give out and I'm going to die in my sleep. Or some other random shit happens and you die. The point of the fact is, stack the deck as best as you can. Give yourself that self-love. Get into shape. It's been clinically proven that when you are in better physical shape, you are also in better mental shape. Now, not 100% true, but it is I'm forgetting the word. But anyways, the point is there's a very good chance that if you're in good physical health, you're going to be in good mental health. I'm not saying 100%, okay? But it's going to give you that edge over those types of... Because look, I'm going to tell you right now, I go in and look in the mirror, and I see the fat hanging there. I see the obesity that I've caused on myself. And yeah, it causes a mental strain. Do I see other people that are fit and think, man, that'd be nice? Yeah. It's a mental block that's there. It's something that mentally handicaps me. But I have to look past it. I've learned to look past it because I'm giving myself self-love. Because comparison is an act of violence against yourself. Don't sit there and judge yourself based on others. Judge yourself on you. Are you putting in the effort to help yourself? Are you putting in the time and the effort of pushing yourself to grow mentally, to grow physically, to grow spiritually? It's all up to you. I know I've talked about it before. I know I've said you, but it's true. I can sit here all day and say that, and it's never gonna change. That's a fact. Everything that you do comes from you. And that's it. That's all it is. So, with that, I want to go into some Q&A time. If I can get my mouse to work here. Here we go.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. What?
So, like I always do at the end of the podcast, since I don't have any viewers sending in questions yet, but we are going to do our own Q&A reflection time. First question. Do you take time for yourself every day? The answer is no. Why not? Why don't you? That's where we come into our second question. If you don't, what gets in the way of you taking time for yourself? Basically, what excuses are you making? I know it sounds harsh, but it's true. Because, I'm not going to lie, I make excuses. Last question. What would you do if you could take time for yourself every day to care for your mind, body, and spirit? And I guess my own personal question to you is, why aren't you doing it? I saw a post by Jay Shetty the other day. I love this guy. I love what he does. I love his stuff. But he says, it's up to you. Is it one day or day one? What's it up to you? You going to make it day one? Or are you going to keep wishing one day? Hope you guys have a wonderful day. And God bless.